all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, negotiations, right? Politics.
And we're out of time. So you.
Hey, y'all, Gravity, any day above ground, live it.
I'm back.
We had fun this morning, but now we got to get serious this afternoon. So for those who don't know, shout out to Sister Lisa Cabrera. She did a beautiful live this afternoon pertaining to these South Africans that landed in DC this late morning. I was told during the election cycle that we weren't going to take anybody else in. We were going to get people out of here. This is what I was told. Was I lied to? Maybe. Maybe, just maybe, we might have been lied to. We were told that we were overrun with people who have no status here. And for us as a nation to come together, we got to get rid of them. This is what we were told. But then, Trumpy Trump, 45, 47, because we're not going to call him 46 because he couldn't make it there. He decided that because Elon Musk gave him fellatio, pause, he was going to let in about 50 South Africans. Because allegedly, they couldn't find any work over there. And allegedly, there's white genocide going on over there, though the ICJ, the ICC, and others have said they don't see any evidence of this. Interesting. We're going to look at all that. Yes, we are. And I'm sure you saw the thumbnail. I'm sure you did, as fucked up as it looked. So, we're going to take care of all that. But first, Red Sea was in the building. Wall J, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. Black Spider, hello. Eddie Foster, hello. Sybil, hello. Lehman Lucas, hello. Weldon Johnson, hello. Casey Malone, hello. Cosmo Fury, hello. Hurricane IQ, hello. DSA 1, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in the live chat or the comments, hello. You know what we got to do. I have to keep saying it so YouTube will know, but got to do the customary house cleaning.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose, such as criticism, commenting, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
I was told, right? We had to get rid of folk. I was told by MAGA fools. I was told that the courts were going to back this man. This is what I was told. I'm just saying. We're just going by what we were told. We were supposed to deport 1 million people a year. This is what I was told. They was going to get out tens of thousands a month. This is what I was told. They were looking at 6 figures a month. This is what I was told. I'm telling you a lot because we heard a lot. And then we get stories like this because they think we weren't paying attention. Via Politico to argue what side they're on. And go argue with your mama. Trump's immigration shock and awe is losing in the court of law. Dozens of judges across the country, appointed by presidents of both parties, have ruled against Trump's audacious immigration policies. Now, this came out 10 days ago. It says President Donald Trump surged back to power on a promise to mount a mass deportation campaign. We were told this. But large swaths of that effort have been blocked by judges across the country who say the bumper sticker slogans have translated into flagrantly illegal policies. Flagrantly illegal. But we were told that Trump was going to get it done. Right? Who remembers Trump saying this? His surrogates were saying this. Because I remember. A lot of people ran around saying this is why they voted for that man. We have folk outside doing videos every day repeating this shit. Trump was going to get everybody out. If you was here legally, everybody got to go. But now we importing? Okay. A political review of hundreds of lawsuits reveals that despite Trump's aggressive border crackdown, he's been largely stymied on the other planks of his immigration agenda. Courts are throwing up increasingly fierce resistance to his efforts to swiftly detain and deport migrants living in the United States. And his attempts to strip legal status from hundreds of thousands of immigrants lawfully in the country have so far failed. Trump's high-profile and often haphazard deportation moves have already generated 3 brushbacks from the Supreme Court, which reminded the administration of its obligation to provide, quote, reasonable due process to people whom the government has accused, often with little public evidence, of being alien enemies. And dozens of district and appellate court judges appointed by both Democratic and Republican presidents have delivered even starker rebukes to the White House. Now, I'm sure they're going to tell us they waited till Trump got into office to pull this. Even though you can go easily pull up where Biden was stymied about throwing people out too. But you know, we had a whole bunch of MAGA folk sound like they worked for this man, you know, influencers and such the like. Who wants a? We have exclusive video of these MAGA cats telling us about all this winning we're going to be doing. And if we speak up, we should be shot down.
I told you punk ass niggas to get off the motherfucking timeline and rap. That's the problem. You niggas be crying. You niggas be bitching. You niggas need to fucking rap. When you could, can't nobody else come up here if they not rapping like that. Stay your punk ass at home.
That was MAGA all 2024. Anytime Trump said something, he could have said he went to the grocery store and used coupons, and MAGA would have said, this is what I'm voting for. My president uses coupons. All right. They say Trump was rapping, especially at the rally in the Bronx. He was rapping, low key. Trump's use of war powers to quickly, you hear it. Trump's use of war powers. Huh. I seem to remember using words last year that he was going to invoke war powers. Huh. Trump's use of war powers to quickly deport alleged Venezuelan gang members is a path to perfect lawlessness, one judge wrote. The administration's detention of students with anti-Israel views harkens to the Red Scare and McCarthyism, concluded another. The denial of due process to some deportees could result in persecution, torture, and deletion, wrote a third. Trump and his top domestic policy advisor, Stephen Miller, were aiming for shocking on immigration, said Elizabeth Goitein, a civil liberties and national security expert with the Brennan Center for Justice. But in doing so, they have repeatedly overstepped their authority, she said. The courts are recognizing it for what it is, Goitein wrote. Or Goitein, whatever. In response to adverse rulings, top Trump aides have assailed the courts, blasting rogue and radical judges. Trump himself has called for the impeachment of some of the judges. On Wednesday alone, Miller accused judges blocking Trump's deportation policies of a coup. And, ooh, we're going to blow that word up. I know y'all saw it, but we're going to blow it up for those who didn't see it. An insurrection. That's high irony coming from these folk. Oh, don't worry. Los Fourier, you seem new, but welcome. You ain't seen nothing yet. I figured out the grift with Trump. We're going to get to that in about 10 minutes. Just stay tuned. But you're on the right track. On Wednesday alone, Miller accused judges blocking Trump's deportation policies of a coup, an insurrection, and of incinerating our Constitution. The next day, yet another court ruling blocked some of Trump's deportation plans, this time from a judge whom Trump himself appointed in his first term. Miller has been silent on that ruling, though the White House criticized it in a press office statement. In court, the Justice Department has not adopted the White House's escalating rhetoric, but has warned of a now troubling pattern of district courts superintending immigration proceedings. Trump's immigration agenda has not been uniformly foiled. He has deployed thousands of troops to the southern border, empowered immigration authorities, and overseen a steep decline in illegal border crossings. Importantly, many of the policies halted by district judges have yet to work their way through appeals court and onto the Supreme Court for final review, where Trump hopes to prevail. Still, in just over 3 months, Trump has racked up an astonishing string of initial legal losses, particularly on his multifaceted efforts to carry out deportations with far less due process than the standard immigration court system affords. We're not going to read all this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the chat. Y'all can read the second part of this article later. So unfortunately, now we got to make you mad because we have to we have to go to the airport. And we've got to watch them arrive. I apologize in advance.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Okay. Now, this was from ABC News. Fair use. The music sucks. So we'll just put it on low. Sorry.
that Afrikaners in South Africa who are the victims of unjust racial discrimination.
Unjust racial discrimination. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought they was tougher than this. Maybe I missed it. Y'all want to tell me? I thought they were tougher than this. Racial discrimination in a country that you run. I didn't realize that. Well, we're gonna help them. This is how they sound when they got off the plane.
Diplomatic community.
We're gonna hear that in the next 5 years when they take over these white enclaves and they start talking for white American politics. And it's going to be gloriously hilarious. Because we're not going to say a word. We're going to be like this here. And I apologize in advance again. We're going to laugh. Because they're bitches. That's why I don't be bitches. That's why I don't want to be like them. So you can go over there and be with those bitches. How about that? Thank you so much. Y'all know what to do. There's always one. It's a beautiful day outside. And instead of going in their car, putting the window down and putting in some D-Block or some Rockefeller, they come here to write stupid things. Don't be stupid. Just because I say go get some oxygen outside does not mean that you have to try to tell us how little oxygen you get every day of your life. So you know what to do, family.
Smoke wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Back to this. So we have Mr. Christopher Landau, the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State. He over here talking. He about to kiss some white Afrikaner ass. Let's go.
Get to work! Would be welcome to come to the United States, and he's now delivering on that promise.
They got bebes there. I know y'all heard the bebe. Let's see what this says. This is the first group granted refugee status by the Trump administration for being deemed victims of racial discrimination in South Africa. This will become a precedent, family. I just want y'all to be aware of this. This will become a precedent. I want y'all to take a screenshot of what you see on this screen. This is going to be the next thing. You're going to have a bunch of Europeans next year coming over here saying the same thing. You watch what I tell you. You should have taken the screenshot by now. This one over here, smiling like a muff. Now, I want y'all. I'm going to be nice when I say this. I'm going to be very nice. I want y'all to take a picture right here. I want y'all to take this picture in. Just stare at it. I know it's a whole bunch of discarded mail, but I need y'all to look at this picture for about 2.5 seconds. I want to see if someone's going to figure out what I'm about to say next. We're going to be interactive today. Look at this picture for about 2.5 seconds and figure out what I'm about to say next. We'll help y'all out. But anyway, how are y'all doing today? I always forget to ask that. How was your Monday? It's post Mother's Day. Did y'all call y'all mamas? I hope you called your mom or your mothers-in-law. Even call up some of your aunties or your cousins. Did you call your girlfriends? I know your girlfriends might have cheering, and this is the one day they get celebrated. Did they go to the good restaurant? Did the man take them to the good restaurant? Did the kids use their God-given artistic abilities and whip out the paper plates and make a happy Mother's Day present for their mom? Did they get the present from Amazon? Did it come on time? I know it was raining, especially here in the South. Leave. All right. Let's see what we got. Denise, Miss Nisi said, translucent PC Africans. Nice observation, but no. You're close, though. William said, South African broke. William, I understand you're 3 hours behind me. Pause. But again,
Pause.
Pause.
He paused. I said pause, nigga.
you're not an N-word. I'm just saying. It was kind of pause-worthy. We're going to let it ride. No. Monique Wade, a couple of kids are missing chromosomes. We're going to leave the cheering out of this. But I like the thinking. Black Spider said hillbillies. You're close. You and Miss Nisi are close. Neiman Lucas said only PC. Yes. We're only going to bring the white ones over. Many of the ones I saw arriving are old and decrepit. Close. Well, Johnson said they are African Americans. That's what they are claiming. You're off. They are the opposite of the best and the brightest. Very good. You're close. Now, as I said, Miss Nisi and what's the name were close. The reason why I said to look at that picture for 2.5 seconds is because I hope y'all understand that everybody you see in this picture could pass for a white American right now. These two up front with the two cheering look like any Midwestern family that you would see in a place like Nebraska. Even in Tennessee, maybe even Texas. This one over here, the mother, she could easily pass for a white Mexican. This one holding the other kid looked like any dude who works construction with a pickup truck. This chick over here in the black with her arm stretched out looked like Jerry the King Lawler. This kid looks like, and I don't even want to rag on the kid, but this kid looked like he just got off the plane from going to Disney World. The one back here looked like he got a body in the basement somewhere. They are going to assimilate these people in here. They're going to replace white Americans in the next 5 to 10 years. Bank me on that. We've already heard the horror stories of South Africans coming over here and screwing up the ecosystem and start that, what they call it, the squatters' rights and all that. We've already heard it. It's 50, then it's going to be 100, then it's going to be 200, then it's going to be 500. And then they're going to go to court on this one, the 1,000 that they're going to try to bring over here. That's when the court is going to say, nah, you can't do that. And MAGA is going to defend it. They're going to say, y'all are assisting in white genocide. We need them over here. And in 5 to 10 years, they're going to be dictating policy that is going to screw you over. And again, y'all going to get mad at me, but we going to be like this here. Not Kamala Harris. We just going to be laughing. Brother Torian Rain, hello. We're gonna leave that comment up. Come on now. Y'all ain't gonna tell me this look like a PTA meeting at some Midwestern school, or like Miss Monique said, somewhere in a Cali trailer park. The dude right here with the white Mexican looking South African, he got it right. He damn near almost got the Converse. He got on some Converse. They're not quite Converse yet. He got on some Converse. He's almost there. Wait till he finds out the concept of the outlet mall. He finna go crazy with that government money. Look at this. Here you go. Here comes. Hey, MAGA Smash Bros. There you go. Got a blonde hair right there. She got on the Adidas tracksuit. Look at this. Oh my God. Wait till she opens her mouth in multiple ways. They will lose their mind. You're going to start seeing these MAGA pundits talking about somehow they got a South African wife or a South African husband. And this is going to be their father. This dude you see right in the middle. This is going to be their father. This is Owsley County. If there was an Owsley County out there in South Africa. Brother Baba, hello. But we're going to continue. I swear to God, that's a white Mexican right here, this lady. Look at this. And then they were on the plane. They all gave them American flags. They had to get the optics. That's crazy. Oh, we're not done, though. Oh, we're not done. Who want to laugh? Guess who said, I can't even get this part out. It was so funny. Guess the network who brought on somebody to speak about them claims that Trump said and said, I don't know what he's talking about. I'll give y'all 5 seconds. Figure out the network before we go look at it. You'd be shocked. Lalo J said Fox News.
Threatened and child, listen.
Nope. Wasn't them. Hurricane IQ said Fox News.
Smack. Who is this nigga?
Nope. Newsmax. Newsmax. Newsmax.
Assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups.
Nope. Thank you, Rashima. Them folk. We finna laugh.
Get to work! You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in
Pauline Bax went on News Nation and talked to some chick that's trying to pass for Harris Faulkner on Fox News, talking about them claims. The theory of white genocide in South Africa is absurd, says a crisis expert. Let's hear what the crisis expert said. This should be quite informative.
Africa Program Deputy Director for International Crisis Group, to talk more about this. Pauline, thank you for your time today. So a lot of people say, don't make it about race, but this is about race. I mean, we even heard it from the president there. What is your reaction to the Trump administration?
Well, we went out the gate already. The people who kept saying that all we do is talk about race and we talk about black folks and the left, because apparently black folks and left is interchangeable. They let out the gate within 10 seconds talking about race. Whew.
Bringing white South Africans to the U.S. as refugees.
Well, I'm sure that the Trump administration has made these Afrikaners very happy that they will be resettled in the US, but maybe they have more economic opportunities than they think they have here.
You've just figured out 50% of the grift. Say it again, Miss Bax. Say it again.
Well, I'm sure that the Trump administration has made these Afrikaners very happy that they will be resettled in the US, but maybe they have more economic opportunities than they think they have here in South Africa.
We were told that these people are running to this country, crossing the border, giving their money away to these coyotes and these cartels because it's so bad in their country that they have to run here for economic opportunities. We were told this, and you were sending them back. MAGA championed this. You just heard this lady give you a thought process that they think in this country there's going to be more economic opportunities, when there's not even economic opportunities for the people that are already here, that are legal. But MAGA is over there on X championing the fact that he used your taxpayer dollars to charter a plane to go get some South Africans. This is the winning I was told that we would be experiencing. How is this a win? You're importing your birth numbers? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Get
to work!
But the idea that there will be refugees is completely false. And of course, the theory that there's a white genocide is absolutely absurd.
Whoa. Say that again.
But the idea that there will be refugees is completely false. And of course,
she just figured out, you just figured out 25% of the grift. So now we're at 75%. And I think if she keeps going, we might have to do some Scott Steiner math. But there's a 25% that somebody almost got in the chat that we're going to discuss. This is just my theory, but we're going to let this play. Go ahead.
of course, the
By the way, shout out to the South African Susan Sarandon. She getting after it.
There's no such thing happening in this country. Yes, there's a very high murder rate, but it affects Black people as much as white people. It affects everybody. So it has really nothing to do with race. But obviously, it's interesting that the Trump administration gives a special treatment to some quite fringe white people.
And we know that Elon Musk, who is very close with the president, one of his obviously top advisors, is South African. He was born in South Africa. Pauline, from your perspective, what persecution are these Afrikaners facing in reality versus what the Trump administration is alleging or claiming?
Well, there is no persecution. The fact of the matter is that, as you pointed out earlier on, that the South Africa had an apartheid system where people who were white dominated politics, they dominated the economy, and even low-skilled white people, mostly Afrikaners who didn't have many prospects, could easily get a state job in, for example, the rail network or steel mill, or they got preferential treatment in the job market. Situation has now changed completely. South Africa has become a thriving and very peaceful, a peaceful transition to a thriving democracy.
Under a Black president, by the way. Well, I'm going to get yelled at in the comments. An African, melanated African president. I know that acronym I was about to say, but then I just realized what that acronym really mean. I don't want you to get mad at me. So we're just gonna say a melanated African president. Now all of a sudden it's thriving and white people are running. Go ahead.
25 years ago, the country is doing fairly well. There is a lot of unemployment. There's actually more unemployment among people of color than among white people. The Afrikaner people specifically are among the most successful people in the country. There are Afrikaner billionaires. There's Afrikaner CEOs of very large companies.
Ooh. Is this the definition of white flight? Wait a minute. Hold up. I was told by people who claim that they have this great IQ that black countries don't thrive. Majority black countries don't thrive. This is what I was told. Yet y'all are the same folk willing to spend your money to go to these majority black countries. Right? Cool. I was told that a majority black country cannot thrive. You have a white South African woman right now that is telling you in a country that is predominantly black is thriving. This country that's predominantly black is a major player in BRICS and the global South. So let me get this right. A country that's predominantly black with a melanated African president is thriving. And has been doing so for the last 30 years. And the best you could have done was have the president of the United States knock them for something that even the people on the ground are telling you is not happening, like you did with Ohio and the Haitians and the dogs and cats. But Donald Trump just told the entire world, I'm going to do something unprecedented. I'm going to start immigrating a whole bunch of Oscar Pistoriuses, because that's essentially what he's doing. And I find it funny that MAGA, you know, the party that thinks that they're trying to make America great again, you literally are championing the president doing this when he needed authority from Congress and the funds to do this. All the while he just did this, you guys are celebrating this man for taking a plane from Qatar. And you wonder why every day y'all get cooked. But again, we were told that a predominantly black country can't thrive. Let's get back to it.
Get to work!
They still own most of the land. So they're actually doing quite well. And this is a story that we don't really hear.
And Pauline, this refugee relocation is raising a lot of questions because this new administration has really taken such an anti-migrant stance. We know there's this, crackdown on
refugees over migrants,
illegal immigration, at least here. They've suspended refugee programs. They've halted arrivals from other parts of the world. So many refugee groups are questioning, why this group is being prioritized. What are your thoughts?
Well,
Miss Nisi, number one, you are correct. Yes, the legless Olympian who killed his girlfriend. Yes. But number two, and thank you for that, Miss Nisi. That's a blessing. And number two, I also want y'all to understand, not only are they bringing in the Oscar Pistoriuses, Harris Faulkner's sister just said it.
Stance. We know there's this, crackdown on illegal immigration, at least here. They've suspended refugee programs. They've halted arrivals from other parts of the world.
Yup, that's actually true. Trump really did suspend every other refugee program when he first got in. Right now, they're trying to do 12,000. One of them judges told Trump, you got to let in 12,000 people. This is what they voted for. MAGA voted for their erasure. And we're here for it. Continue, madam.
So many refugee groups are questioning, why this group is being prioritized. What are your thoughts?
Well, the Trump administration really has South Africa in its crosshairs, and it came to many as a surprise. Since February, the government enacted the land expropriation bill, which is a specific act to make sure that the government can take back land that isn't being developed or that isn't being used in an equitable way. So this expropriation hasn't happened yet, but at all, not of people of color or white people, no land has been expropriated. But the Trump administration came on social media and said, this is horrible. This white people are being stolen of their lands. They have nowhere to go, and it's just not true. It's just not true. But it's clear that the Trump administration is taking issue with South Africa. One of the reasons that we think that the administration is so cross with South Africa and it's singled out for these policies is that South Africa has brought a case with the International Court of Justice where it alleges that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. And I know that the Trump administration is very angry about this.
Well, all the conspiracy theorists now going to be outside on that part. Yeah. That's why he mad at him. Because they went to the ICJ and said, we stand with Palestine and we want a two-state solution. And you can't have that. That's nasty.
Among a few other things that it is angry about. There's another issue that Elon Musk has been trying to sell his Starlink network in South Africa.
That's another 10% of the grift. We're at 85% of the grift. But the last part of the grift that I'm going to show you is the most important part.
Now, there's a conspiracy theory that he may be upset that this is not possible because of certain affirmative action laws in South Africa that stipulate that if you want to start a business here, then 30% of the equity of the local business should be Black owned. And these are just laws to redress some of the economic inequities that the country has had for many years.
This is why Elon Musk wanted that town in Texas, why he's buying all that land for, what are you calling it, Starbase? He wants to put all the South Africans there. But the last 15% of the grift, Tabernacle. Is this here? And then we'll drop the link.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in
because you've got this president out here and his surrogates and these assholes on YouTube and other social media sites. They sat up there talking about why they wanted Greenland, strategic placement so they could fight Russia if something pops off, even though you have fucking Alaska, which is basically next door. As I have said on this platform, Trump admires what the hell the UK has been doing when it comes to their social media laws, when it comes to how they've been governing the last few years. But what he admires most is that they took a massive landmass called Australia and put all their criminals there. This is why he really wants Greenland, not because of resources, not because of the monetary value they're going to get out of it. They want to put the criminals there. And then he wants to resettle all these Dutch people in America. Citizen swap, what I call it. They lie to you every day. Now, y'all are smart enough to pick up on the lies, but these dumbasses out here, they're not picking up on these lies. Whatever he says or whatever their social media influencer agency tells them to tweet out twice a day, 8-hour intervals, so they can get $75 to $150, maybe even $200 a day for posting bullshit online and misleading the people because they think all of us ain't going to read. We just going to take headlines. One last thing before I drop this link. I want y'all to listen to this. Now, it's going to be a little hard. His accent's kind of thick. It's going to be hard to understand it, but I want y'all to listen. Now, this is down in South Africa. This is on the ground. I want y'all to listen to this.
This departure and the 49, and will they be at different groups? Are you able to just let us know, is this the first group? Are there other groups that will be leaving?
Well, in terms of the application we have, this is the only group. There's only one flight involved. So far we haven't
until they
received
start
any
sneaking
other
them.
applications. So I can confirm that this is the only group that we have.
Just in terms of the logistics as well, it seems to be a very tightly kept together process. Are you able to tell us just what it took to get this going? Who was involved in making sure that this does happen? Where do they go from here, and what happens when they arrive?
Well, we received an application on the 5th of May, which requires us to then forward that application to the council, the international.
Did you hear what this man just said? Did y'all hear what this man just said? I'm going to play it again.
Well, we received an application on the 5th of May, which requires us to then forward that application to the council, the International Air Services Council. And they obviously had to apply their mind in terms of that application. And indeed, they approved it. But
a week, maybe even less, because they had to get the flight on there. We'll be nice. We'll call it 5 days. They put the application in on Monday. They were probably approved by Wednesday. Probably got all their flight information and all their necessary documents on Friday. And were able to fly out today. But these were the same people that were having a bitch fit when motherfuckers was coming over that border. Their excuse is, well, they got papers. So that makes it better that they have papers. Because we've never seen immigrants come over here with papers that committed crimes or didn't bring any value to this country. Never seen that.
The approval, it includes a lot of things, including the technical assessment of the flight as well as the paperwork for the crew. So that was done, and the foreign operators permit was approved, and yesterday it was communicated to them. So basically, in terms of the application, it has to state the route that has to be taken by the flight. It has to state how many people are supposed to be there, but also in terms of the issues of when we approve or when the council approve, there has in this particular case there are conditions that are attached to it, and that is one of the most important ones is vetting. So
vetting, vetting. Hold on. Now, Kira, now you know damn well you asking for way too much. They vetted them all right. You got the problem children coming. The same chick, remember I showed you the one that MAGA smash bros were going to be all over? There she go right there in the left-hand corner behind that black man. Well, melanated African. They're going to give her a microphone and she's about to become the biggest thing since Tommy Lahren. You watch what I tell you.
they must have been vetted, because if there is a criminal issue pending to with one of the individuals, so that has to be picked up by SAPS. So
how much you want to bet we'll find out later some of these people got issues that they never resolved over there. Trump and them said it's okay, just chalk it up to the game, write it off. We'll slide you a couple $100. Take care of that.
So we're not sure. That's not our area. It has to be through the purview of SAPS. You would have to check with them. So basically, the application entails those kind of things. In terms of the route that they're taking, the flight comes from Texas, and it came via Dakar up to here or Tambo.
Where did that flight come from?
In terms of the route that they're taking, the flight comes from Texas, and it came via Dakar up to here or Tambo.
Texas. Remember what I said? Y'all remember what I said? Keep going.
So going back, it's going to be OR Tambo, Dakar, Washington, Dallas Airport at Washington, D.C.
Keep going.
As well up to Texas.
And if
Elon Musk is grimy. Starbase. Now they get to fast track all the contracts, because now you can go back to folk at the Texas legislature and say, I already got people that are ready to move in. I got people ready to build. They think they're slick. Look at that melanated African man's face. He knows the grift. Screenshot. That is a face where you have figured out the grift and you report on said grift. The South African white person is going to be a problem within the next decade.
It does happen that there is then another group that says that they want to leave. Is that open for you to facilitate again? And is there a time frame for when you do this, or if there's a group that comes through, you will be able to facilitate?
Well, of course, there has to be another application. And it is the duty of the council to consider any application that is submitted. So if there's another group that's going, of course, it is their responsibility to do so. They would have to consider that application.
Thank you so much.
Huh. 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 What did I tell you about the chick in the pink Adidas jacket? What did I tell you? Didn't I just tell you that she about to be a problem? She already got the American white girl stance. You see it. They learned them well. Look at the caption. These are the type of refugees America wants and needs. People who respect and fly the American flag that was given to them. Not the ones who burn the American flag and try to push a woke agenda. Your forefathers allegedly also burned that flag, but y'all don't want to have that conversation now, do you? All right. Notice how the South Africans are happy to be in a safe Christian country and show respect to the American flag and Constitution. Well, they could have went to Europe, but Europe don't want them. And Europe's arguably more Christian than this country. Oops. Even they don't want them degenerates, and that's their people. That's their cousins. They don't even want them. Germany don't even. This is their people. Germany is heavily influencing South Africa, and even the Germans said we'd rather take them Kenyans than them South Africans. They think y'all are degenerate. Now, what you want?
How you doing, sir?
Better than this Trump administration in about 10 years when they get owned for this.
Oh, it all starts to make sense now. Now we see why Elon did what he did down in Texas. But the question is, would they still give him the contract if Texas found out was like what he really was up to?
They already got it set up.
Oh, that's right, they do. That's right.
Already been approved.
But what happened? They said, well, you couldn't hire like what's the word I'm looking for? Legal labor, because technically they ain't legal. Well, they are legal. So
no, they're legal. They're refugees. But he can go to the state legislature and tell them I already got people ready to move in, people ready to build. They'll fast track the contract.
Cheap labor, huh?
He can pay them whatever they want. They get a free home out of it. They get free stability. They'll probably get social security cards out of it when it's all said and done.
Must be nice. Isn't that some damn shit?
I'm telling you, watch this chick. Watch this chick. The one in the pink shirt. I'm telling y'all to watch her.
Don't be surprised she's in that BBC. Let me stop.
No, it's not even that. She gonna be on the conservative channels talking, and they gonna put her over, and they gonna piss off the MAGA women. I need that.
I was about to say she gonna screw them over too.
I need that.
Ooh, she can piss off. She can what's that woman name? Laverne Spicer. She can piss her off. Damn, I just thought about that bitch. What the hell's going on with her?
Oh, she was talking today.
Oh God.
Well,
she can piss off Clem. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was talking.
She can piss off Clem Kasich too.
I'm sure she did. Let me see. Let me see if I saw that post.
What culture?
That was the one she put up earlier. There was another one. Oh yeah, she made fun of Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, this one.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was a man at first. I am not gonna count.
I mean, that's fine, but I told y'all they don't want to say the country. They just want to be celebrities.
Yeah, I was like, I thought I was a man dressed up as sexy weird. Then
I'm finna laugh. I'm telling you, when they get replaced, I might go to Party City before.
Jesus Christ, that man, why he look like he 40, 50
because
something?
that's what he is.
Jesus
This is what
Christ.
happens when they put you on TV and the first thing out of your mouth is cooning.
Jesus Christ. He probably what, 22?
No, he's 24 or 5.
Jesus Christ, I didn't even look that damn old. Good God. Man,
That
like he
nigga-
about damn 45, 50 years old.
That nigga sound like that nigga look like he about to sell you a dream.
Jesus
No
Christ.
Martin Luther King.
No, Sexy just getting her money up. I ain't gonna get mad at her for it. I ain't gonna get mad.
I'm telling y'all, bruh. This
She ain't got
year?
no kid, do she?
No, she got a kid.
Single mom?
Of course. She got 2. Actually, she got 2. She just dropped one. That's why she ain't been outside like she used to.
Oh, God.
There you go. Isn't it interesting that the left is against mass migration when it's white South Africans? The left. Sir, you got 50 white people on your ground right now. That's considered mass migration.
What nonsense?
But y'all are sitting here championing this. Y'all are cheering this. You're gonna learn. Now he was just talking about them Europeans not letting them in.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Brother Nas, too. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Strong Dad, too. I've been seeing him go viral, too.
Oh, yeah, you know, he pissed everybody off, but I like it.
Hotel Strong Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out
And
to
then
that.
motherfuckers being mad at hotels because the hotels are like, hey, you guys are just fakes. I'm like, but they told y'all they be grifting.
Yeah, we know they grifters. They admitted it too, so I respect them for that. That was funny.
Look, it's a handful of vetted legal white South Africans. I swear to God, when that crime rate go up, boy, they're gonna blame us for it, of course. When that crime rate go up, oh man, I'm gonna laugh.
Of course, we're gonna get blamed for every damn thing, but what's new? But wait a minute, kid, ain't that quote black fatigue? Cause remember, you're not supposed to talk about black folks no more since it's black fatigue.
Mm-hmm. But it ain't that tired.
They love us,
and we don't want to see people be killed. Now,
Who's
South
being
Africa
killed?
leadership is
Who the fuck is being killed?
We? He said we. He said we, kid.
Who's we?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't in South Africa giving out headshots. Where is this happening? Come on, sir. You should have towns already lined up, ready to go.
Ain't nothing but the poor ones coming over here.
Oh, I know.
Even
the rich ones don't even want to spend $1 million, the $5 million for the citizenship over here. Come on now.
No, hell no. Why would they run over here when they got?
Oh, by the way, MAGA, since we talk about all this winning, right? How y'all going to explain that the big, beautiful bill that the Republicans want to pass for the spending adds $4 trillion to our debt? How you explain that one time? By the way, MAGA, all this winning we're doing, since y'all cheering what's going on today with these South Africans to deflect from the fact that Trump had to lower his tariffs on China for 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see your pundits outside talking about this. This is not a win. I think y'all need to go see who China does business with and how they've been moving their products to other countries where they were already paying the 10%.
So that would be until August, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
July is going to be fun.
Birthday month. Shout out to July.
Come on, Terrence. Since you want to play in these political circles now, explain that to the family. Explain that to your followers.
You two Hodge twins.
Come on, Greg Forehead. Since you claim you the tariff king all of a sudden, go ahead, explain that to your crowd. How this is a win.
Were you at Cartier family?
You Negroes don't even get what's about to happen, but y'all find out. I figured, you know what? I'm waiting for it when they put tariffs on y'all channels. That's what I'm waiting for. Oh, you think I'm not even joking.
I know you're not.
They're going to put tariffs on YouTube very soon. And that's how they're going to do that. They're going to raise those prices.
What are you talking about, the YouTube Premium and stuff like that? Yeah, because they
your movie content finna go up if you want to rent them movies. That's about to go up.
Shoot. Yeah, YouTube TV already expensive as hell. It used to be damn $64. Now it's about $90 a month. Well, I don't have it no more. I'm just saying in general. Excuse me. Shoot. You can go legally stream on other platforms. Don't even need the daggone stuff no more.
China called up Vietnam, said he hit you with 10. Let's move our shit over there. Okay. Hey, Trump, where's these semiconductor chips? Where they at? Huh.
Is coming to see me, I understand, sometime next week. And, we're supposed to have I guess a G20 meeting there or something, but we're having a G20 meeting. I don't know how we
You don't
can
even
go
know where the
unless
hell
that
he's going in the Middle
situation's
East.
taken care
thought
of.
he can't
It's
leave
a
the country.
genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about, but it's a terrible thing that's taking place. And farmers are being killed.
Where?
Lie.
The lady just told you they're not being killed. So why are you still telling this lie? Like you told that lie in Ohio.
Did MAGA ever talk about he had that private meeting with Zelensky overseas?
No, they only showed the three of them, the three leaders with the cocaine allegedly on the table. That's all they showed. And now they running with that. I tell you, they dumb.
Oh, I heard they said that something about China was going to get hit in a recession with these tariff wars. Is that true? Could they go into a recession?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that they are. But I mean, every country is going to go through a recession at one point. Japan is still in a recession, and that's been almost a decade.
I thought Australia was the only country that hasn't been through a recession. And like,
what?
Don't I read that on YouTube. Leave me alone.
Oh no! They in a recession right now.
Okay,
It's just not crazy.
It's not crazy like the United States or anywhere else.
It's not crazy because they have so much tied up in China. That's why they don't want China to go under.
Ah, okay.
But for those who need a refer, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
The hell is that?
That's meat.
The hell they come meat? They're big. No, my
ground beef. That's
damn,
ground beef.
That's a lot of damn ground beef. Pause.
Yeah, cost of living nightmare. Same thing we going through. Yeah, their recession is there.
Can't even rent a bedroom apartment with 40 hours a week. Shit. Can't do that nowhere in this country.
MAGA, again, Elon don't run X no more. They could take away your check mark tomorrow.
When do you think they're gonna start doing that?
I told y'all.
You said
near the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
That's when you got to start consolidating. These companies got to start consolidating and figure out what they're going to do, their forecast for next year. I'm sure they're talking to XAI right now, but listen, we got conditions for us to come back. We'll spend whatever. You better curb that shit.
Get rid of all these racist accounts.
No, you know what they're probably going to do? They're probably going to hide their shit in subscriptions.
Who's that?
These accounts, these big accounts. They'll put out they'll put out their shit for like $2 a month. You could subscribe to them, and then they'll put it out maybe like a couple of days later after everybody got it.
I am not
MAGA, y'all are about to get destroyed, and you don't even see it.
At least take away the accounts with checks with damn 200 followers.
They're gonna take everybody's. The only ones that are probably gonna be up there is the gold ones and the gray ones. Them blue checks, they gone.
God know they need to go.
Going to be white.
You hear him?
Farmers are being killed. They happen to be white. Whether they're white or black.
I go, what about race? That sounds woke.
White
he said white or black
are being brutally killed.
That sounds woke.
Being killed. They happen to be white. But whether they're white or black makes no difference to me.
That sounds
white
woke.
farmers are being brutally killed and their land is being confiscated.
You said it doesn't matter if they're white or black, but you said the white ones are being brutally killed. What about the black ones? They just being nicely killed?
I guess.
That sounds woke.
In South Africa, and the newspapers and the media, television media doesn't even talk about it. If it were the
Explain to me why the Western media would talk about problems in South Africa. When they have access to Reuters and Al Jazeera. If that was true, they'd be all over it. Where are your ex-people that are supposed to be reporting on this? Y'all reported on it for about 6 months and then it went away. So where's all this killing? Just like y'all kept saying that Chicago was so bad, and then all of a sudden, y'all don't talk about Chicago like you used to in 2024. What happened?
Migrants.
It's still crime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that asshole that came in here today telling me that Atlanta's violent and he don't even live here. He got the nerve to talk about how Atlanta's violent and he live in Dallas where they killed the president.
You know how many people I see on my Instagram and Snapchat going to Atlanta every damn weekend? Shoot.
Would y'all like to see the Atlanta numbers of people coming down here? The last 3 years?
Ain't you like top 3?
Yeah. And it's still top 3. It's still coming. I just saw 7 California plays today.
Damn.
But Atlanta's so violent. They're so gangster with it, family. They're moving to Alabama now. They're going to Birmingham now. Because it's only about an hour away. Hour or 2 away. That's how gangster they are with Atlanta.
That's not bad. Not a bad drive.
2 hours?
I thought you said an hour.
On a good day, if there's no traffic, you can get to Birmingham from Atlanta in an hour. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh, that ain't too bad. Ain't too bad. But yeah, like you said earlier.
So this motherfucker, he just told this person at the checkout counter, he just moved here. He got Alabama plate. He just moved here from Montana.
Montana?
They
hear you.
They filmed up Montana too. All them California cats went over to Montana.
Damn.
But yeah, let Trump tell it.
The other way around, they talk about it. That would be the only story they talk about. And I don't care who
they actually did, and that went away in 2 months. Next.
They are. I don't care about their race, their color. I don't care about their height, their weight.
So why didn't you bring black South Africans on that same plane or another plane? Why didn't you do that? You didn't care about their race.
You cared.
I don't care about anything. I just know that what's happening is terrible. I have people that live in South Africa. They say it's a terrible situation.
Who the fuck is telling you this?
Elon. That's the only person
You talking to Elon people? His racist ass father. That's who you talking to.
Why didn't you say nothing during the apartheid, sir?
Why would he? He was focused on the Central Park 5.
Oh, bastard.
Taking place. So we've essentially extended citizenship to those people.
There you go. Say it again.
Situation taking place. So we've essentially extended citizenship to those people.
Immigrants, South on border jumpers, y'all hear that?
I will vote for Donald Trump. Okay.
Hell with y'all.
You got to go. Thank you for the votes. You got to go.
And then said, "Oh, I'll bring y'all over here in a week. They got citizenship. They ain't had to pay for nothing." Ms. Lisa tore y'all. I'm getting tongue tied. Ms. Lisa tore y'all into. Them shut up. Go ahead, Key. I'm sorry. Them shut up. You're getting tongue tied too much.
I will vote for Donald Trump. Okay.
Ms. Lisa ripped into y'all asses today. There we go.
And to escape from that violence and come here.
Violence. Okay, Trump. You got it. Look, I have no issue with this. They are mostly farmers and hardworking people whose lives were at risk. Their lives were at risk.
Y'all do no research.
I'm telling you, when that crime rate go up, boy. That's gonna be crazy.
Showed support for South African refugees that are coming to the United States next week. Can you talk about what these refugees are fleeing and why this is a priority?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us, what are they fleeing?
The president has actually signed an executive order on that. My office can get it back to you, Michael. But this group in South Africa has faced racial persecution. In fact, the government there has.
I thought y'all weren't victims.
What racial persecution are they facing?
Oh, wait, Carolyn. Are you implying that a race of people that are a minority actually face racism?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Are you, as the press secretary, which speaks for the administration, and the president specifically, did you just admit that Trump says that a minority group can face racism?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
And a lot of white folk have demonstrated eloquently that they don't have no sense.
I don't know. Figure it out.
I don't know multiplication yet.
When it says 4 times 6, it's 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Go figure it out. Thank you so much. She just admitted there's racism. Cool, go ahead.
Vowed to take away their farmland that they own.
Which is a lie because they have a law in the books that says you can't do that. But okay, go ahead.
And so the president has talked significantly about this. As for further details
Mm-hmm.
on refugee claims and asylum claims, I would defer you to the State Department. Sure.
He kept shaking his head knowing you was full of shit. Yep, that's them. There they go. But y'all are gonna learn. Hey, look, even Elon's AI said that was wildly crazy.
Oh, I heard Gronk going woke.
Oh yeah, now Gronk is woke.
Because
AI is dangerous.
What was that Asian Dawn thing? And then somebody asked a question, and then Gronk responded. They were like, "Wait a minute, did Gronk go woke?" I said, "Oh Lord."
Of course, I told you. AI is dangerous. But they'll learn.
They always do.
We must save oppressed white South Africans from the tyranny of luxury malls. Yes, this is a mall in South Africa, by the way.
Damn, that's a big ass mall.
All right. Look, South Africans are true refugees. They've earned the right to refugee status. This video unveils their harsh reality. Really? But wait, this is a white guy standing there with them. So what's the problem? Those don't look like black people to me. Well, all right. This is going. Look. There goes your favorite. There go Cosmo's favorite. David J. Harris. They are going to learn a harsh lesson. Wait a minute. Did this chick really come over here with a kid? Uh-oh.
Which one?
Uh-oh. Pink Adidas got a kid with this man. Oh, MAGA, y'all ain't got no shot now.
Damn, that's ugh. Ain't no way she laid down. Never mind, she probably did.
She did. Look at the kid she's holding.
You said she had two, didn't she?
No, I said the chick right here.
Oh, the chick on the left?
Yeah, the chick on the left got two.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know you didn't know that. I thought you noticed she had a kid with her. I thought you noticed that.
I didn't.
That could be his daughter. You never know.
No. You would not hold your little brother like that. There's your new Midwestern family right here.
They look just like one too. They really do.
I give it a year. Their accent will be gone. Oh boy. But this is what they voted for. This is the winning. This is what they wanted. I'm just gonna put my hands up. Anyway, I'm leaving.
Great
Hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. White America, I got something for you. Oh, white America, white America. I apologize in advance. They saw them South Africans come off the plane. They hired them to give a rousing rendition of a classic American song.
Moving on up, shooting inside, moving on up. What do you look that might make in the sky? Moving on up, shooting inside. We finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, a fish don't burn on the grill. Took out one of the try just to get up and eat. Now we're rolling big leaves, getting our children there. As long as we leave, it's roommate, baby, there ain't no wrong with that. We're moving on up, shooting inside, moving on up. To our dear looks of lightning in the sky. Moving on up, shooting inside. We finally got a piece of the pie.
And then we give it about 5 years. South Africans that already took over white America. There'll be constant posts saying how they're acting just like them Jews. They ruining America. At this point, you're going to see somebody say, at this point, I'd rather deal with the blacks. And then it's going to come to a head.
Jamaican dad versus black bear.
Excuse me, you live here? Yes, sir, you live here?
We're going to have white on white crime, the likes of which we've never seen before in this country. But family, all I'm going to say is, you know what I'm going to say. And that's how we'll end the show off. So y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Continue with the moment of truth in just a moment, but first, a word from the official sponsor of Black Empowerment, Power Tools. There's no telling when something's going to come up, so make sure you carry your power tools at all times. You never know when you're going to need to bring the hammer down, or when you'll have some trash that needs to be blown away, or some obstacle that requires cutting down. Don't get caught empty-handed. Keep your hammer close by. Keep that leaf blower at the ready, and always carry your steel. Power Tools, because no matter what your day job or side hustle may be, there's no excuse for not being ready to put in some work.
Time's up. But did we have a good time here? Hello?
Gotta get your groove on.
At the end of the day gotta end.
Was able to hit that. It looked like he was going to the standing ovation earlier on. Oh, KO out of nowhere!
That's it.